Ladies and gentlemen, Bungie just had their Act 2 reveal stream, and boy oh boy, were they trying to sell us on the Eververse. We'll get to that soon. Anyways, let's talk about Prison of Elders. Most of you probably never played this activity because you're all D2 noobs. Nah, I'm just kidding. Prison of Elders is like an arena style activity that was in Destiny 1, very iconic. Without telling you too much, it's been data mined that about 10 bosses will be in the Prison of Elders, so you'll have a lot of fun with that, doing different bosses. And they even showed that there's a mini boss thresher. That's right, it gives me nightmares of being one shot on Neomuna when it was first introduced. So Prison of Elders, think about it like this. You go into an arena, it's going to give you a great modifier. Let's show you one right here. It's called Chill Touch. If you get meleeed, you get frozen. That is going to be pinnacle endgame right there, ladies and gentlemen. So go into an arena, kill some ads, do a couple objectives. You want to keep your on-screen rewards at ×3 Warden Judgment. They said that if you keep that up at ×3, like rewarded for clearing ads quickly, you're going to get the best rewards at the end. And they said 3 chests at the end was like the pinnacle loot. So you get 3 chests, rally a flag, keep pushing in. So it's just going to be like clear ads, get your rewards, clear ads, get your rewards, you know, something like that. With Prison of Elders, you do have to do a couple of arenas first before making it to a boss. So think of it like the coil, right? You had to do objectives until you get to the boss, get the loot. Pretty bad modifiers, though, of their choice. It seemed like they were going to bring some challenging ones or maybe some buffing ones, but what I've seen there is just all the annoying ones. Chill Touch, there was one that you can't even get your health back, or you have more health, but you don't regen, so we're just forced to, like, using certain builds and stuff. I could definitely tell that there's going to be a lot of trolly. The ammo one, the Trickster modifier, yeah, we all hate that one. I know people can be like, hey, you can just check the bricks or make sure it's not an exotic if you shoot it. But, you know, Titans don't have time to do that. We're just trying to use consecration and smash everything. Sometimes you get trolled and get blown up. So it's going to be 2 difficulties. It's going to be Tomb of Elders and Contest of Elders. There was going to be some res tokens. I don't know how difficult it's going to be. They did show the one SMG that it will be included in the Elders content. It's going to be a precision SMG. It will have jolting feedback and attrition orbs, so that might be a cool thing for builds. So you just make orbs, pick it up, chain your abilities more, so we'll see. And then you have like a new Void Slug shotgun that they compared as a Dusk Rock Blues OG with slide shot, so I don't know if it's going to be really good for PvP or is it just going to be PvE. We don't really know. They did show Grid Skipper. Grid Skipper is a old pulse rifle that pretty much no one used. I don't know why they brought that back, but artifact mods, there's going to be a new row of artifact mods. This first one is definitely a juicer. Melee mods. The armor energy costs of all armor mods affecting your melee are discounted. So pretty much you can run triple heavy-handed now to get big orbs. Or you can run pretty much any melee build now. It just gets better. So you're gonna have better abilities on your gauntlets because you can put more energy, or your helmets you can fit on hands-on because you're running heavy ammo finder. It's just gonna make it a little easier, but definitely going to be switching that on some of the stuff I run. Next one, emergency flare. Pretty much it's going to proc emergency reinforcement. It's going to consume all but 1 armor charge, maybe to heal you or something. I don't really know how we'll be using this effectively because I want to keep my armor charges, but we might find a way to use it. Thick of it, rapid final blows while surrounded grant you armor charges, which could be good. And then if you boost it while you're surrounded, your weapons have increased handling, swords gain increased charge rate. Makes sense. Make your sword stronger. That's going to be mainly for ad clearing. Curative orbs. First time you break a target's shield or break the shield of a guardian using their super, you're going to create an orb of power. Going to help you in PvP, but also in PvE. And then if you boost it, picking up an orb of power, an elemental pickup, or a tangle grants you a small amount of health, more running gun builds, more running around melee and stuff, more orbs you make. I mean, obviously they put this in there so you can use attrition orbs, so I'm all for it. And the final one, arc compounding. Arc sources deal increased damage to blind targets, so pretty much you're just going to run around with blinding GLs before you use an arc ability. Basic punch, arc hunter build. You could blind stuff. You could blind an enemy before you thunder crash them. We don't know what the percentage on this, but I would guess anywhere between 10 and 15%. They talked about roaming super buffs, so pretty much every roaming super is going to get a buff. You're going to get it a lot quicker. Hopefully they do a little bit more damage. We don't know the damage buffs on them, but just to be able to get them quicker is going to be amazing, so you can chain them better, because we all know that there's only certain meta supers that we're currently using. Now let's get on to some of the armor sets, shall we? We got a Dawning set with wings. They showed the Warlock. I did not see the Hunter or the Titan set, so if we can find what that looks like, we can put it on screen. But for a Dawning set, I think it looked kind of dope. And then we got the Doki Doki anime set. Yes, Bungie finally sold out. They're part of the waifu family, But hey, people are going to swipe the cards. They're going to buy it because I myself know that waifu stuff sells and everybody loves it. Gsxrclyde at checkout, by the way, on all your gamer subs orders. Street Fighter, I mean, dude, who doesn't want to roll around with Street Fighter emotes? It's one of the best emotes that I've seen where you can actually battle your teammates and it shows you have health bars and then you hit a KO on someone. You know, maybe it's RNG. Definitely dope. We got some of the cosmetics from Street Fighter, the ghosts, the masks. I mean, I'm all for it. Street Fighter was dope growing up, so Bungie should do pretty well with that. There's a linear coming for Dawning with a 3-burst void with Vice Stinger, so pretty much we thought that the Vanguard current one right now with Vice Stinger, the Strand one, really good. It's got rewind, bait and switch, but this new Dawning 3-burst void might come with something better. We'll have to check it out, but hey, definitely get it. So you have one with void, and then you have this Vanguard one now. Iron Banner is finally confirmed to come back on the 26th of November. So if you want that rocket sidearm, the stasis one, sucks that it's the week of Thanksgiving, but hey, at least they confirmed us a date. And then Act 3 is going to start on January 7th with a new exotic shotgun. They showed the shotgun a little bit. I know this was leaked before in previous data mining and there was videos on it. It looks like it has built-in overload shotgun. So it's going to have the intrinsic overload. But being able to just shoot the slug at the ground and bounce projectiles around, getting a kill that gives you true sight could definitely be annoying in PvP, but I'm sure they're not going to make it too busted. In PvE, I could see this thing just being a cool setup, getting the weekend and then like running like a hunter or a consecration titan. Just being able to use this as like a fun gun. I can already see it, but I'm sure we'll find a way to make it busted. It's going to have a quest. It's going to have a mission. It's going to have crafting. You're going to be able to change the catalyst on it, just like any other story exotic in the game. So now let's talk about my point of view, my thoughts of what I've seen today. There's no loot incentive. Sorry. What they showed was just not a good representation of why to play. Sure, you showed me an SMG. You showed me a slug shotgun. You showed me a grid skipper. But what's the purpose of doing prison? Why? Why should I do Prison of Elders? Why should I grind it out? Gotta have loot incentive. I mean, half of the stream was pushing Eververse items or pushing Dawning sets or pushing this sets, you know, like I get it, but players are gonna rip this apart. Again, I'm just giving my honest opinion. I'm gonna grind it out. I'm gonna do the content, but I really feel like people are gonna be like, okay, I did it once or twice. What's the reason I'm doing it now? Hopefully we're missing something on the 19th. We'll find out. We'll be grinding it then. All else fails, go grind yourself a chill inhibitor at Banshee because you don't need to go in and grind it at all because they're just going to give it to you. You're also going to get a God Roll Rose, multiple other weapons too. We'll see. We can't really expect much from these acts. We know that they're not going to be like juicy until a new episode starts. Another dungeon comes. Hopefully this exotic shotgun mission's cool, but that's not until January. Can't expect much. I don't really expect much anymore. I understand Bungie's just kind of riding the waves, but my last final thought is Act 2, you turn on the game, you do the quest for an hour or less, you're done with the Act 2 content. You're gonna go do the Contest of Elders because you're gonna be like, oh, it's the harder version. You maybe do 1 or 2 runs that are 30 minutes each, and then you're gonna be like, well, what now? I'm just being honest here. Hopefully I'm wrong, but in my opinion, when you drop a trailer like that, you need to give players incentive and get people hyped up to grind something, and I just didn't see that there. So can't wait to see the content, and hopefully I'm just keeping it a buck, so hopefully I didn't offend anybody. If I did, it's okay. Come hang out and chat any day of the week and tell me how you feel. See you guys next time.